Hi class. Online classes. Why are they a thing? Why are they a good thing? Today I'm here to talk about the pros of online classes. Online classes are good for single mothers, deployed students, people that have to still provide for their families but want a career change. I could go on and on and on about online classes, but I'm going to sit here and I'm going to ask y'all a question. How many people do you know that want a career change and need schooling to do it, but still have a family to provide for and are not in a situation to do on-campus classes? Now think about why you're in an online class. Why are you personally in an online class? I'll go first. I'm currently taking an online class because I need to keep my full-time job. I'm going to school in an on-campus class in October, and I have a lot of bills that I pay for. So I have to keep my online class now so that I can keep my full-time job so that I can save up my money. Online classes are a huge thing in people's lives. I know when my mom was in college and my dad was in college, both of them had to drop out of college. My mom's family moved out of state, and my mom was responsible to pay for her living, her schooling, trying to work a job, everything else. It was too much for her. Life just got in the way, so she had to quit school. My dad, on the other hand, my dad went to a trade school, and same thing with him. You know, he had to pay to live. He had to pay to eat. His parents kicked him out when he was 18, so both of my parents went through it, and they could not afford to go to school, or they couldn't afford the time to go to campus, which then they had to go to campus. They didn't have online. So my mom has told me before that I'm lucky to have online because my mom would have loved to have online because then she would have finished her school and she could have been so much more than she is now. Not only does online classes increase the numbers for colleges, universities, any schools of any kind, it also increases, people's opportunities to be able to finish school or go back to school or have that career change that they want in life. One of the articles I read, the professor wrote that online classes worked really well for his class because the people in his class needed all these materials to be able to take this class. But because it was online, a lot of the materials they needed, they could access online. It didn't cost money, didn't waste paper, things of that sort of nature. So he was all for, he was a college university professor, and he was totally for online classes. He felt like his students paid more attention. He felt like he connected more with his students. He felt like he could kind of be more one-on-one with his students. And that's what I like about online classes is I don't have to sit in a classroom and be worried about raising my hand or going to my professor face-to-face because I have really bad anxiety. So I don't have to worry about that. I can easily call my professor or email my professor or text her and just be like, hey, this I just don't understand. Can you explain step by step what's going on? And instead of sitting in front of somebody and them telling you step by step of what you need to know, it's all written down, it's all saved, it's all there so that, you're in the middle of writing a paper and you're like, oh crap, what was that third step she wanted me to do? And you just go back and it's still there. It hasn't gone anywhere. So online classes have definitely helped me succeed to where I need to be instead of on-campus classes. I asked my best friend if I could use her as an example for my project. And she was like, yeah, go ahead. I'd love it. So my best friend got pregnant when she was a senior in high school at 17. And it ruined her life. She hated her life. She didn't hate that she had a baby. She loves her kid. Her kid is awesome. But she just hated that she felt like her plans were ruined. She felt like her future was ruined. Well, she wanted to go to school to be a dental hygienist. Well, she always told me, I'm never going to be able to do it. Her fiance works a full-time job and they needed somebody to take care of the kid, and they didn't have the money to pay for childcare of any sort. So, we were talking one day and I was like, hey, I'm taking these online classes and it's helping me because I can keep my full-time job. I'm still getting my education. I feel like maybe we should find something for you. She was like, yeah, I'll look into it. So, a couple months went by. She didn't really think nothing of it. Well, then I brought it up to her again. And I was like, hey, let's look into online classes together. She was like, all right. So we found a school that did the dental hygienist, like your basic classes that you could do online. So she went ahead and did that. And then she had a 5-week clinical that she had to go and be like an intern places. And now she is graduated, and they have enough money to put their kid in childcare now because they both work full-time jobs. And she has said how much it has just changed her life, and how if there wasn't for online schooling, she would be in the same situation she was in, not having enough money to put her kid somewhere else, and so that she could go work a job, so that she could provide for her family just as much as her fiance, because she felt it was impossible to have a relationship when the burden that she was feeling was all on her fiance. She didn't want that. So she just told me how much online classes just changed her life. It was a really, really nice testimony to have from her to share with y'all, because it is truly an inspiring story of an online class and how much it really just changed somebody's life. Saying that, today I want all of y'all to walk away from my speech thinking about how effective online classes can be, how it has affected you, how it has helped you, how it has, made you the person you are, how it has helped you, provide for a family, or be a single parent, or be a deployed student, or somebody like me that just has to save money because, school is going to be hard later in life, and bills are going to be harder to pay later in life, and I'm going to have the money saved. So I want you to walk away from this speech and just think, why is online classes so effective? And maybe write them down. Maybe really think about how effective online classes can be and should be in people's lives. Thank you.